Alright, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in today's video I'll be talking about how to learn and master React for absolute beginner. Okay, so if you're planning to learn React and you have not written a single line of code before in React, then this video is for you. Currently, React is actually the most in-demand front-end framework. And so if you're looking to get hired as a front-end developer or as a front-end engineer, then learning React is definitely a great choice. However, to truly understand React, you should definitely know the basics of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. You don't need to be an expert. You just need to understand the relationship between these three and how they work together before you can then jump into learning React. And so, if you're familiar with these three, then you're good to go. Okay, so in this video, I'll categorize learning React into three groups. That is the basic, the advanced, and the React ecosystem. Alright, so let's get started with the basics. When it comes to learning and mastering React, this is where you need to start from, because you need to have a good understanding of the basics of React basics and the core foundation to be able to build a powerful React application. Definitely, you should know how to create a normal React app using the CLI tool as a create React app. Okay, but more importantly, you should know the difference between props and components. How to create props, learn how to create components, how to pass down props from parent element to child, from parent component to child component. Learn about how to create components using the functional based component and the class based component. I know in recent times functional based component has been the standard, okay, but you need to understand the difference between the both of them. Okay, also learn about states in React, like learn about UI states, local states, and app-wide states. Okay, learn how to manage states, learn how to manage component based state with use states. Okay, additionally, you should also learn about JSX, and more importantly, learn how to render items in React, learn how to render list items in React, and also how to render item conditionally in React. Okay, so once you're comfortable with this, then you are ready to move on to the next stage, that is learning the advanced aspect of React. Alright, so the next category is the advanced features of React. Okay, so if you're familiar with the basics of React and the foundation, the next aspect is to dive deeper into the more advanced features of React and learn how to use React to build more sophisticated applications. Okay, so in this category, I will talk about some of the more advanced topics you should learn in React. It's like hooks. Okay, so learn about some of the more advanced React hooks like use reducer, use context, use memo, use refs. I will also encourage you to pay more attention on the React use effect hook. This hook will allow you to make external API calls. So you will need to understand how this hook works under the hood, because this will enable you to prevent what is called debouncing when you're making external API calls. As you dive deeper into learning the advanced features of React, you will understand what debouncing is and how to prevent it. And this hook is what is going to actually help you to prevent debouncing on your React applications. Yeah. More on the advanced features of React, you should learn how to create your own custom hooks. Learn how to return more than one JSS element using React fragment. Okay. You should also learn how to return a JSS element based on conditions. You should also learn about React portals, how to port a JSS element to a particular section in the React app. Okay, and more importantly, you should also learn about state management in React, app-wide state. Okay, how to use React hooks only to manage app-wide state, like use reducer and use context. I will add the link in the description below on a tutorial here on YouTube about how to use reducer and use context together. Okay, so if you're comfortable with building a React application, you also need to learn how to test your application. So you need to learn about React testing using React testing library. Another very important point to note is that you need to learn how to work with external APIs, because as a front-end engineer, you will be working with back-end engineers, and this majorly deals with working with APIs, fetching data from an API and posting back to an API. Okay, so you need to learn how to work with APIs using React. That is where the use effect comes in. That's why I said you should pay more attention on React use effect hook. This will enable you to work with external APIs, okay, and to avoid the bouncing on React applications. Like I said, once you get deeper into React applications, into building React applications, you're going to understand what the bouncing is and how to prevent it. So use effect hook is going to help you to prevent that. Okay, so if you're comfortable with the basics and some of these advanced features, and you are able to use some projects on React, then it's time for you to dive into working with external packages on React, which brings me to the next category, which is the React ecosystem. ReactJs is a library and not a framework. So in order to make this library function like a full-fledged framework, you need to work with other third-party packages. React is used to build single-page applications, and while working with React, you would not be able to build applications that have multiple pages. To be able to create a web app with multiple pages, then you need to work with third-party packages. So working with React, you need to learn how to install other third-party packages that will enable you to achieve some things in React. For instance, if you want to create a React app with multiple pages, you need to install React Router DOM. Okay, currently we have React Router DOM version 6. Okay, so additionally, if you want to add some external style into your page, you need to install third-party packages like the style component, okay, like the tailwind CSS. So these are other React ecosystem you need to work with. Okay, and if you also want to work with app-wide states, if you're dealing with a large application, then you need to work with the standard third-party packages. Like you need to work with the Redux state management tool. I may not be able to cover everything you need to learn in React in this single video. So at the description below, I'm going to add a link to the full React roadmap. So if you want to learn more, or you want to cover everything in React, then make sure to follow the link in the description. You're going to see a complete roadmap of everything you need to learn about React. Okay, so additionally, learning alone is not enough. You need to be able to build application. So while you are learning, you also need to build application along the way to be able to master the things you have learned already. Okay, so to learn React, you have two ways. You can either continue to source on YouTube for videos concerning every topic I have listed here, or every topic you're going to see in the roadmap in the description below, or you can either go to Udemy and get a course on Udemy, where the instructor is going to hold you by hand and teach you everything from beginner to intermediate stage. So whichever way that is comfortable with you, you can choose. If you don't have the $10, that's $10 to spend on Udemy course, then you can do the heavy lifting by yourself. Go on YouTube, search for topics that relates to every topic that has been outlined in the React roadmap, and learn them one after the other. That way you're going to master the React and learn React complete cover to cover. Okay, and so I think that's all for this video. If you find this video interesting, please do well to hit the subscription button below and give this video a thumb up for the YouTube algorithm, so that other persons who also want to learn React can also see this video. Okay, and if you have any questions, please use the comment box below and drop your comments. I will be willing to answer all your questions. Okay, so again, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscription button below and subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell, so that once I put out new videos like this, you're going to get notified. Okay, so once again, thank you for staying with me to the end of this video, and see you next time.